then Leo. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's go in. Now I've got this detach from the drama. Now, this isn't the first time I've gotten this advice this week from this deck. You know, Leo, you guys, you know how to create it and you know how to stay away from it. But let's not fall into someone's dramatic exercises this week. It really isn't going to benefit anyone. Whenever I see this card, I know it's a warning. If there's drama going on around you, let's just stay away. Good advice. Stay detached, especially when it's someone else's drama. But this could be yours too. I'm going to say it right now, Leo. You guys know how to attract the drama. And just like I thought, here at work, career, finances. What's going on, Leo? We've got an ending, but it's an absolute ending. It's coming in your financial sector. So now, what does detaching from the drama really mean to you? We also have the world here. Now, the world is the cycle. It's usually a pretty final cycle. And this feels very much to someone like Bear has or will be during this time period a certain ending. I'm going to say this is feeling as if someone lives in Florida and they've just experienced a hurricane. And I'm going to say I know somebody already. I just did a reading and I don't want that energy to really transfer over here. And it may very well be a continuation of something like that. But we have sort of this disastrous energy. And it's happening on the world stage here, it feels like. And so maybe you've got changes coming because of this disruptive energy. There are changes that are upsetting. They switch things up. They change things out. And they can change a life circumstance. And I know that a lot of people right now are actually feeling this. It's just on such a big scale for right now. I think we've got a lot of people, especially in the U.S., especially the South, especially out west, especially floods in India. I know that there are these catastrophes happening all over the world. So we're dealing with catastrophes on a very large scale. But now I have this card, and maybe this is really an ultimate warning for everyone. When it says detach from the drama, does this mean that when they say evacuate for safety and you don't, that's the sort of drama that we need to pay attention to and need to detach from, need to separate from? Because some of it is harmful, some of it is catastrophic. And so detaching from the drama for Leo on so many levels right now can be talking about the kind of catastrophes that are playing out on a very large scale, or are we playing out our own little private catastrophes and needing to detach from the dramas that those bring? And some of that means that it's time to leave. For your own sake, for your own well-being, for someone, it's time to leave a situation before it gets worse. Now, pardon me. In the home, personal life. What does that look like? The Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. There's only one message that can be read from that. The decision that you're finished. The decision that maybe you've sort of suffered the final offense in your life. Was it, again, are we talking about a calamity? Are we talking about something like Hurricane Irma that took you to an end, and now you have to examine on a very personal level what your next move is going to be? Is it a move that takes you away from a place you've called home, or a place where you just cannot deal with what you've gotten anymore? The Ten of Swords is the absolute end to the agony. And so where home is concerned, where your personal life is concerned, maybe both, maybe it's a connected issue for you. On many levels, there is endings and moving away for whoever this is talking about. Again, we get the message: detach from the drama. The road will be clearer. The choices will be of a more satisfactory kind of result. Next, what is the primary focus here? The King of Pentacles and the Magician. So what we really have here is, number one, the focus on the finance. And that's always a huge issue, especially when you're talking about that kind of catastrophe, that kind on the global scale that changes everything. And it changes your home, and it changes your partnerships and people. You see people leaving your life for the last time. And the Magician brings that energy that although there are going to be a lot of unforeseen things coming your way, you can manifest your journey the way you want it to. You can bring your life to a place of change. You have it within you to create your life. And the examination of the finances says that there is always a solution. Whether the solution is there in front of you just now, or the King of Pentacles talks about, in certain circumstances, that guy that handles the finances, the insurance, the contracts, the family savings that needs to remain secured. The Magician is that change, but it's all up to you how you want the future to look. You can create it any way you want to. With the King of Pentacles, though, that brings a big amount of attention on the question financially. What are we going to do next? What will we be able to manifest on a financial level, on a level of security? Now, we need to look at your surroundings and the outsiders in your life. The Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Two of Swords. It's the mental stalemate. It's the difficult decision that you're having trouble with. That once the decision is made, usually the path opens up. And in your case, the choice around your surroundings, around what you see on the outside, making a choice around that really for however it plays out in your life is really about doing what is best for yourself, for your family, maybe your children, for whatever it is. This choice is supposed to be made with a sense of gratitude. and gratitude and love. And so I think you're taking into consideration the things around you, the things that are in question. When you look out your window, what do you see? Is there a sense that you're going to see destruction when you look out into the world? Do you not want to look at what's on the outside? Maybe there's some fear there. The Knight of Cups, though, is that feeling that once the choice is made, you've made the right choice. You've done the right thing. We're going to just detach. We're just going to detach from drama, from the beginning of this reading to the end. It feels to me like the less drama you have at this point in your life, the easier you're going to be able to breathe, because you're going to have, for someone, you've got serious choices to make here. Now, what is next? What is next? I'm feeling a little bit stuck here. And since it's concerning the family, it concerns the home, though, the home and the family attachment. I think that's why I'm feeling the way I am about this. A choice. It's a choice around the home. It's going to be individual for everyone's circumstances. But what comes next is a consideration about what each individual in the situation really wants. But it feels like a situation that needs action. It needs movement. It needs action. And so for someone, this is a loving action. What it is that needs to be done next in the situation is definitely a need for action, but it's needed around the home. And there is something here that actually needs to happen. Although for each one of you, it's going to be so different. But for some of you, it's that energy, that movement has to happen here. I'm feeling very stuck here, which tells me that someone is feeling so indecisive, so much at a stalemate around the choice of whether to stay, whether to move, what you think the next move should be. It feels like you're almost frozen. That's why I'm not getting anywhere with the energy. It feels like someone may be frozen in fear, frozen in a place of doubt. What are the objections and the visions? Well, the visions are confusing, and that's why I'm feeling so heavy here. And the vision, a lot of the objective here, is really about getting the paperwork, the technical, the contracts, the doing the moral things here. If you're living in a hurricane zone, you're probably participating in the well-being of others. And now is the time to separate from what is dramatic and to really offer ourselves up in a very loving way. And I think that's something that matches that scenario is going on for someone here. And I do know of several people that are born under your sign and are going through it now. And I'm going to put that disclaimer on this reading right now, for me right now. starting to feel a little bit lightheaded, a little bit dizzy, a little bit like I can't really trust my own feelings right now because the situation feels so big and so overwhelming. It's hard to make choices. And that's really where what I'm feeling right now. Now, what we have here are lies and deceptions, the falsita, the cat. That can talk about an energy that is aggressive and comes on very quickly. It's a deceitful energy, and you've been through that. It is that slow-moving kind of deceitful feeling that comes out of nowhere, and it sort of twists your life up. And that's what has happened here with the stanza, the empty room, and now there's a space. Now there's this space around you, and it's a space that's been through the tower, frankly, and you're being asked to nurture this situation, whether you're nurturing yourself to make a decision in order to detach or not, or whether it's the choice to rebuild, to nurture the situation you're in now, and to continue down the road that you're on now. There's a choice. It's either decide to take on the rebuilding or decide you're going to walk a new path and maybe find a new home because the one you've had is just not manageable anymore. It's deceitful. Maybe the place you're living in looks like a fantasy land, and it may actually be a living hell on earth.